Good morning. I'm Judge Leslie Kim Smith. We are now live streaming on YouTube and on the record. You may call the first case.
Calling case number 25012-834 NI, Brianna Walker versus Citizens Insurance Company of the Midwest et al.
Good morning. Anyone here on the Walker matter? We can pass over this one.
Calling case number 25018-007 NF, Lakina Dozier versus Progressive Michigan Insurance Company.
You sit here, right here at the end of the table.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicholas Carroll appearing on behalf of Defendant Progressive, P87718.
All right, and this is your motion for show cause?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I've had an opportunity to view your motion. I'm going to grant your motion. When would you like to have the show cause hearing scheduled?
Sometime within the next 14 days, looking at the calendar, anytime that this court is available within that time frame.
All right, and I did notice that you filed some additional motions, and I believe you've noticed it up for March the 27th. That date isn't available, so I'll schedule your show cause hearing for March the 3rd, if that date is good for you.
April 3rd?
I'm sorry, April 3rd, yes.
Yes, that
Right.
sounds great.
So your show cause hearing on this one will be scheduled for April 3rd, 2026. And do you want a 9:30 or 10:30 time?
Let's do 9:30, please.
9:30 it is. Just make sure that when you submit your order includes all of the contact information to join Zoom.
Okay, can do.
Anything else?
That is all, Your Honor. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Matters adjourned. Have a good day.
You too.
Calling case number 2600043 NF, Luka versus Progressive Michigan Insurance Company.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ibrahim Hamoud on behalf of proposed intervening plaintiff, Joy Hicks Pharmacy.
All right, good morning. I've had an opportunity to view your motion. There was no response filed. I'm going to grant your motion to intervene. Your complaint is to be filed within the next 7 days. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Calling case number 25018-310 NF, Allstate Insurance Company versus Cheryl Tyus.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Marrero on behalf of Plaintiff Allstate.
All right. Mr. Moreira, I read your motion to set aside default, but I wasn't quite sure what you were trying to do. So a default was entered on February the 17th, 2026, and now you've indicated you want to file an amended complaint?
That's correct, Your Honor. When we filed our complaint, we put in our the amount we sought in this reimbursement action. We actually sought or requested too much money. There was a lawsuit that was resolved between the claimant's mother and Allstate, and in that, when we settled it, we covenanted not to seek reimbursement on a $35,000 PIP payment. However, the remainder of the charges we still seek for subrogation. They went to a hospital, but as far as what we have sought a default judgment for, we would be asking for too much money, and to make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, I don't want to be asking for something we shouldn't ask for. So I wanted to amend the complaint, make sure we have the correct accounting in there.
All right. So you're asking that the default that was entered on February the 17th, 2026 be set aside, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm going to grant your motion. Anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. We'll get the complaint filed with 7 days tops.
Okay. Very good. If there's nothing else, matters adjourned.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Calling case number 23001-532 NF, Five Star Comfort Care LLC versus Nationwide Insurance Company et al.
Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. Tom Andropoulos on behalf of the plaintiff, Five Star.
Morning, Your Honor. Richard Marrero on behalf of defendant, which is now Mackinac. But this is our motion, Your Honor. We're just seeking reinstatement to enter an order of dismissal.
All right. Mr. Andropoulos, was there an objection?
There's no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Motion is granted. Submit the order.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, Tom.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Calling case number 25014-915-CH. Lakeview Loan Servicing LLC versus Jared K. Lofton et al.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you see me? Oh, hi.
I can.
Michelle Clark on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. And Mr. Lofton, can you state your name for the record?
Jared Lofton.
All right. Ms. Clark, have you had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Lofton before the day's hearing?
I'm not did we have a breakout session, sir, last time?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that's the last time I spoke with them. And
Alright.
Your Honor gave him a month to get a lawyer,
Okay,
and I haven't gotten anything. I
okay.
have no response to pleadings, no phone calls.
Mr.
So I'm
Lofton,
back today.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Lofton, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying I did talk to a couple lawyers, and at this time I could not afford the retainer. I'm
Okay,
gonna have to.
okay. All right. Ms. Clark, if you want to go ahead with your motion for entry of default judgment for judicial foreclosure.
Yes. Again, we're seeking foreclosure of real property based on a mortgage default. And the property is located in Garden City. The loan is due for May 1st of 2025. So it's nearly a year. We're going on a year of the default. And I filed this case. I personally served Mr. Lofton. The other defendants were served by certified mail. No parties responded, appeared, filed responsive pleadings. And I think that, my paperwork is in order and I'm entitled to a judgment today.
All right. Mr. Lofton, is there anything you'd like to state?
No, I did apply for a program through My Bridges, and I'm still waiting on a response from them.
Okay, all right. Ms. Clark, even in granting your motion for entry of default judgment, Mr. Lofton would still have a 6-month redemption period?
Not only that, I have to wait 21 days after entry. Then I have to publish for 7 weeks. So
Okay.
you're looking at 10 weeks before I can even publish and, or I'm sorry, get to sale. So, and then there is a 6-month redemption period.
Okay, all
So,
right. Thank you. The court has had an opportunity to listen to oral argument. This is plaintiff's motion for entry of default judgment for judicial foreclosure to property located at 6643. Is it Sharon Street in Garden City, Michigan? There was proof of service that was filed with the court indicating that Mr. Lofton was served with a copy of the complaint and the summons of default was entered since that time. Mr. Lofton has appeared, however, there is no motion to set aside default. Based on the motion, the court is going to grant the motion for entry of default judgment for judicial foreclosure. Now, Mr. Lofton, as Mr. Clark has indicated, it's going to take several weeks before the property can even be placed up for sale. And even when it is sold, you'll still have 6 months in which to redeem the property. So if you're working with some organization, you need to make sure that you are staying in contact with them and they're aware that I've granted this motion for entry of default judgment.
Okay.
All right. And Ms. Clark, I'm going to ask you to send a copy of the signed order to Mr. Lofton once I've signed it. So Mr. Lofton, you'll have that order in hand and you need to make sure that the organization that you're involved with has a copy of it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing else, matters.
I would just point out that my direct dial will be, I'll serve a copy of the judgment on Mr. Lofton, and my direct dial will be right there on the first page of the judgment. So anybody can contact me regarding possible resolutions between now and redemption expiration.
All right. Thank you. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Matters adjourned.
Thank you.
Calling case number 24016-308 NF, Brittany Cabanis versus Farmers Insurance Exchange.
Good
Morning.
morning, Your Honor. Thomas Goffis on behalf of defendant farmers.
All right, and this is your motion to adjourn?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. I've had an opportunity to view your motion, and it seems to me that your motion for summary disposition was scheduled for hearing for February the 10th. For whatever reason, you didn't appear, so it's now been rescheduled for another date. However, you were ordered into facilitation back in, I want to say in October, so you haven't completed it, so I'm not inclined to grant the motion to adjourn. You have to facilitate. That's what the court order indicated. At this time, you're scheduled for a settlement conference with me March the 19th at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to expect to see you back before me at that point, and we'll see where we go. But I'm inclined to adjourn the motion for summary until you have completed facilitation. All right, so your motion is denied.
Okay, Your Honor. And just so I so I can update my client accordingly. So we still have the settlement conference date as planned. And then from there, you want us to just facilitate as soon as possible. And I just want to make the court aware, Your Honor, the only reason that we had such a late facilitation date for this adjournment was because that was the first date we could get in with the same facilitator that we had picked. That's why in paragraph 10 of my motion, that date is that late. I would have liked to do it, May 13th if I could have, after our MSD could have been heard. But that was just the closest date he had. I just wanted to make the court aware.
Okay, well, you know what? There are many individuals that are out there facilitating, so I'm pretty sure that, you can find someone who is available to facilitate in a much shorter period of time, but that's up to you. But I'm not going to stretch this case out further because of a facilitator, the one facilitator that you want to use. So my suggestion is that you talk to the plaintiff's counsel and see if you can't find someone who can facilitate the case in a shorter period of time.
Okay, understood, Your Honor. Thank
Okay.
you. I'll see you
All
on
right.
March 19th.
All right.
Calling case number 24015-166 NI, Gladys Shaw versus Ka Noir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zainab Resident on behalf of defendant Null.
Good morning. And this is your motion to adjourn trial?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I did notice that there was no response filed by plaintiff's counsel. I also noticed that the filing date on this was October the 15th, 2024. So we do have time. It's my understanding that you plan on facilitating on June the 29th. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cancel the trial, which is currently scheduled for June 22nd. But instead of giving you a new trial date, I'm going to give you a settlement conference date for July 16th, 2026 at 9 o'clock via Zoom. Just make sure that date and time is in your order. It is going to be via Zoom. And that
Okay.
should give you enough time if Ms. Risen gives you a amount to consider.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right.
So for the purposes of the order, I can put that the motion is granted and we'll receive a new trial order, scheduling order?
Well, I'm not gonna, you can indicate that your motion is granted and the trial that's scheduled for June 22nd is going to be adjourned without a date, and that the court will conduct a settlement conference via Zoom on July 16th, 2026 at 9 o'clock.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you so
All right.
much. I'll go ahead and submit that.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day, Your Honor.
You too.
Thanks.
Calling case number 24010-388 NO, Stella Turner versus Royal Orleans Condominium Association.
Morning.
Morning, Your Honor. David Elkin here on behalf of the plaintiff, moving party.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cleveland Simmons on behalf of the defendant.
All right, I received a plaintiff's motion to adjourn trial. And it seems to me that the defendant concurred with the request, correct?
That's correct.
All right, I'm willing to grant this motion. However, your file date is July 19, 2024, which means that I have to give you a trial date before then. So the next available date that I have is July the 20th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that a good date?
Yes.
All right. So your trial is adjourned. I'll send out another amended trial notice. I did indicate to you before that if you think it'll be helpful to come back and have a settlement conference with me in person or remote, just call my office, speak to my court clerk, and I can usually get you back within 7 to 10 days. So I'm hoping that between now and this next trial date, you'll have an opportunity to continue to discuss possible settlements.
Thank you, Your Honor. Did the court indicate, I'm sorry, that it's going to send out a notice relative to the trial date?
Yes, but I'll need you to submit an order indicating that your motion to adjourn trial was granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I
All right.
appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
have
you.
a good day.
Bye-bye.
Calling case number 25015-065 CK, Citizens Bank versus Zachary Finner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Cates, P78292 for Citizens Bank.
Okay. And this is your motion for default judgment?
Mr. Katz.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I've had an opportunity to view your motion. Is there anything that you wish to state for the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to grant your motion. Now, the amount you're requesting is $30,446.51.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Your motion is granted. You may submit an order.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Calling case number 25011-828 NI, Zamora Guadalupe, personal representative of the estate of Gerardo Zamora, deceased, versus Real Mixed Concrete LLC.
Right. We can pass over that one.
Okay. Calling case number 25002-734 NI, Nicole Ann Sladich as next friend et al. Versus Charter Township of Brownstown.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Myers on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right.
Morning, Your Honor. Good to see you. Charles Lovell on behalf of the Charter Township of Brownstown.
Are we waiting for anyone else?
No, Judge.
All right.
Judge, may I briefly give you a factual background and then we can have the next friend sworn?
Sure. Go ahead.
This is a case involving Jackson Sladich, who was 13 years of age. He was struck by a 2022 Ford Transit van being operated by an employee of Brownstown Township. At the time of the crash, Jackson was on an electric scooter and entered the roadway. The defendant argued in the case that Jackson failed to stop, look, check, or observe his surroundings for oncoming traffic, and he was not wearing a helmet. A collision ensued, and Jackson was very severely injured. Fortunately, he's made a very good recovery. We went through a facilitation with Peter Ricciarello with extended conversation, and at this point, I'd like to take a little testimony from the next friend with your permission.
All right. And if you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and
Your Honor.
All right. And can you state your name for the record?
Nicole Ann Sladich.
All right. You may proceed.
Your Honor, I also should indicate that Jackson's here today as well, and so he's fully informed as to what's going on.
All right.
Anyway, Nicole, please state your full name for the record again.
Nicole Ann Sladich.
And you are Jackson Andrew Sladich's mother,
Yes.
and you were appointed next friend for Jackson by the court in this case.
Yes.
And also present today is Jackson's dad, Jason. Jason, kind of get into the picture there. So Jason,
morning.
Judge.
so the whole family's here, Your Honor.
All right.
Anyway, as I indicated, there were very serious injuries here, but I counseled the clients that given the actions of Jackson and the arguments made by the defendants, if a jury were to conclude that he was more than 50% at fault, there would be no economic damages. So the decision was a difficult one because of the difficulty in quantitating the potential that a jury could come up with the decision that he was 51% at fault, thereby essentially eliminating all of his non-economic damages in the case. And for that reason, the decision was made to resolve the matter after quite a lengthy facilitation in the amount of $400,000. Nicole, have I accurately stated our discussions and the reasons that I advised you to resolve the case?
Yes.
Okay. And Nicole, I've indicated to you that, and your husband, that a conservator will be appointed in the probate court, and we will not be able to distribute any funds out of our client trust account to you until someone in the family has legal status as a conservator. Have I indicated that to you?
Yes.
Do you believe that this settlement is in Jackson's best interests?
Yes.
And just so Judge Smith is aware, Jackson is doing well at school presently.
Yes. Oh.
Anyway, he says he is. No, but you're a teacher as well.
Yes.
And he's doing well in school.
Yes.
And he's returned to sporting activities.
Yes.
Your Honor, I think the settlement is in the best interest of this minor. I would ask the court to approve the settlement, but defense counsel may have questions.
All right. Mr. Lovewood, any questions?
Yeah, just a few questions. Good morning, Mrs. Sladich. It's nice to see you again. And just to confirm, you're the mother of Jackson, if that's correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that this fully resolves any and all claims that Jackson, you, or anyone on his behalf would have against Brownstown Township, the employees, and anyone affiliated in any way with Brownstown Township arising out of this accident that occurred on October 10th, 2024.
Yes.
Okay, and you agree that the settlement amount that we've come to is in the best interest of Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, and that it's a fair amount based on the circumstances and facts of the case?
Yes.
No one's pressured you to agree to this settlement or anything like that?
No.
Okay, I don't have any other questions.
All right. Ms. Sladich, do you have any questions with regards to this settlement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Does your husband or Jackson have any questions?
I'm all set, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Jackson, good morning. How are you?
Good.
What grade are you in?
Ninth.
Ninth, okay. How are you doing in school?
Good.
Good, good. And your mother indicated that you've returned back to sports. What sports?
I play hockey and soccer, and then I'm running track this spring.
Oh, wow, good for you. All right, thank you. If there's nothing else?
John, with your permission, Judge, we'll present an order.
All right, I'm going to grant your motion to approve settlement.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Have a beautiful spring, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. You too.
Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Judge?
Oh, me.